Have you checked your pocket change lately? Because there's a 2006 Jefferson nickel, yes, the one with Monticello on the back, that could be worth up to $1.6 million today. Sounds unbelievable? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'll break down everything you need to know, from what makes this coin special, how to identify it, and how you might cash in on your old change. The coin we're talking about is the 2006 P. Jefferson nickel. It was minted in Philadelphia. That's what the P stands for. And it features the classic image of President Thomas Jefferson on the front, with his historic home, Monticello, on the reverse. But 2006 was a unique year. It marked a return to the original Monticello design after a 2-year break for the Westward Journey series. Now, why would a common nickel be worth $1.6 million? Here's the truth. Not all 2006 P nickels are created equal. There's one specific coin, or maybe just a few, that are extremely rare error coins. We're talking about striking errors, double dies, or even planchet mistakes that slipped through quality control. One verified coin with a significant error and perfect uncirculated condition was valued at over $1.6 million at a private auction. That's why coin collectors and dealers are on the hunt. Here's how to check your 2006 P nickel for potential value. Look for the P mint mark on the front, to the right of Jefferson's collar. Examine the reverse for any misaligned printing, doubling on the word Monticello, or strange textures. Use a 10x magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to catch fine details. Pay attention to weight and color. An incorrect planchet might feel lighter or heavier, or look off. Condition is everything. Coins in mint state, MS67 and above, are where serious money comes into play. Right now, the coin collecting market is booming, especially for error coins and rare modern pieces. While most 2006 P nickels are only worth face value, error coins in top condition can fetch thousands, or even millions. If you think you have a valuable coin, don't clean it. That can lower its value drastically. Instead, pushpin contact a professional coin dealer pushpin, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC pushpin, compare it on auction sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay, filtering for sold listings to get a real sense of market value. So, before you spend that old nickel, give it a second look. You could be holding a tiny piece of US history worth a life-changing fortune. And hey, if you've got a jar full of old coins lying around, this is your sign to go through it today. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight. Bell subscribe for more rare coin videos. Open mailbox with raised flag. Drop a comment if you've ever found a valuable coin. Thumbs up and give this video a like if you learned something new. Today we're breaking down exactly what makes this coin so rare, how to spot it, and what to do if you find one. The coin in question is the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel, featuring the iconic Monticello design on the reverse and Thomas Jefferson on the front. It was minted in Philadelphia, which is indicated by the small P mint mark on the obverse, right next to the year. Now, millions of these were made, but here's the kicker. One specific variation of this coin has turned into a collector's holy grail. Why? Because of its incredible error and condition, which makes it one of the rarest nickels known today. So what makes this nickel worth almost $2 million? Experts believe it's a combination of factors. A rare minting error, exceptional strike quality, possibly from a proof die used on a circulation coin, high-grade preservation, meaning it was likely never circulated, market hype and private sale buzz. These things also drive prices way up. The rumored $1.9 million coin is believed to have an ultra-sharp strike, a flawless surface, and a very specific error that only a few experts have ever seen. Some speculate it might even be a pattern coin, a test strike that accidentally got released into circulation. Okay, now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have this golden goose nickel? Here's what to look for. White heavy checkmark year. 1999 white heavy checkmark mint mark. A clear P white heavy checkmark strong. Clear strike with lots of detail, white heavy checkmark uncirculated or nearly perfect condition, white heavy checkmark. Any signs of minting errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusually sharp edges. If your nickel looks unusually perfect, almost like a proof coin, it might be worth getting professionally graded. Now let's talk grading, because this is where value skyrockets. To sell a coin for big money, it needs to be certified by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. If your coin gets a high grade, say MS67 or higher, and it has one of those rare errors, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Recent sales of rare Jefferson nickels have fetched anywhere from a few $100s to over six figures. But this $1.9 million valuation? That's likely from a private collector deal or a museum-level specimen. So what should you do if you think you've got the coin? Don't clean it. That can destroy its value. Store it safely in a soft flip or hard plastic holder. Take clear photos of both sides. Send it to a coin grading company for evaluation. And of course, you can reach out to coin experts or even auction houses for appraisals. This just goes to show, sometimes treasure really is hiding in your pocket change. So go check that coin jar, go through your old wallets, and see if you have a 1999 P. Monticello Jefferson nickel that could change your life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or have questions about what your coins might be worth. Do you have a jar of old coins lying around? Maybe some nickels from the 90s? Well, hang on, because one special coin from 1996, the Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark, reportedly sold for an eye-popping $1.6 million. That's right, one coin. But is that number real? And how can you find out if your coins are worth a fortune? Let's dig into it. Split screen of Thomas Jefferson, Monticello, and a rotating 1996 P nickel studio microphone. The coin we're talking about is the 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel. It features President Thomas Jefferson on the front and his historic Monticello home on the back. It was minted in Philadelphia. That's what the P stands for. Now, in terms of circulation, this wasn't a rare coin. Over 825 million were produced. So how did one of these end up being worth $1.6 million? Let's clear up the mystery. That $1.6 million price tag is tied to an extremely rare error version of the 1996 P nickel, one with a striking minting error, perfect condition, and sometimes even full steps on Monticello, which is a big deal in the coin grading world. But not every 1996 P nickel is worth millions. Most are only worth face value, 5 cents. Show examples of coins under microscope, pointing out errors and feature studio microphone. So, what makes one Jefferson nickel worth 5 cents and another worth thousands or even more? Here's what collectors and grading services like PCGS and NGC look for. Mint errors, double die, off-center strikes, or wrong planchet errors. Full steps. If you can see all 5 to 6 steps on the Monticello building, that means the strike was strong. Very rare. High-grade condition, a coin rated MS 67 or higher, that's mint state, can sell for hundreds to thousands. Lustrous finish and no damage, no scratches, wear, or discoloration. Studio microphone, let's talk real numbers. A regular 1996 P Jefferson nickel in pocket change? Still worth a nickel. But if yours is in mint condition and graded MS67 with full steps, you could be looking at $300 to $3,000. Extremely rare errors or perfect specimens. That's where stories of six-figure or even million-dollar prices come in. But these are ultra-rare and often auctioned with expert backing. Use a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for the P mint mark above Monticello on the back. Inspect the steps. Can you count all 5 or 6? Look for mint errors, extra letters, off-center strike, etc. Keep it clean. No polishing or washing. Leave it untouched. Then, visit a local coin dealer or send it to a certified grader. Studio microphone, if your coin checks out, here are a few places you can sell it. Local coin shops, online marketplaces like eBay or Heritage Auctions, certified auction houses for high-value coins, Facebook and Reddit coin groups. Be careful here. Do your research. Here's a quick warning. Don't fall for YouTube or TikTok videos claiming every old coin is worth thousands. Many overhype for views. Always cross-check with grading services or expert dealers. A real pro will never charge you up front just to look at your coin. So, does your coin jar have a hidden treasure? That 1996 P. Jefferson nickel might just surprise you. While it's rare to hit $1.6 million, it's totally possible to turn a 5-cent piece into hundreds or even thousands with the right condition and errors. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you found an old coin you think is valuable. I reply to every comment. And who knows, maybe your coin is the next big find. We're diving into one of the most shocking stories in the coin world. The 1995 P. Monticello Jefferson nickel that's rumored to be worth $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. One nickel, over $1 million. This isn't your average pocket change. This is a coin that has collectors buzzing, dealers raising eyebrows, and some lucky person possibly sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. If you're aged 30 to 70 and you've inherited coins, saved your change, or just love antiques, this video could change your life. So, what exactly is the 1995 P. Jefferson nickel? Well, it's part of the Monticello series, which began in 1938, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the front and his Virginia estate Monticello on the back. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where this coin was struck. Now here's the kicker. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 120 million of these in 1995 SO. How can one of them be worth $1.5 million? It's all about errors, rarity, and condition. That's where the value skyrockets. Some 1995 P nickels have what collectors call a full steps Monticello, where every step on the building is sharply struck and clearly visible. That's rare. And then there are die errors, coins struck with damaged or misaligned dies that make them unique. Rumors swirled in the collector community that a rare 1995 P nickel sold, or was offered, for up to $1.5 million. That specific coin is believed to have a double die error, a full step Monticello, and was graded in mint state condition, MS 67 or higher, by a major grading company like PCGS or NGC. That combo, extremely rare. And when a wealthy collector wants the best of the best, they'll pay top dollar. Think of coin grading like sports cards or vintage wine. Condition is everything. An MS 65 nickel might sell $4.20. But that MS 67 Plus with full steps and an error? That's when things get crazy. P mint mark on the front, to the right of Jefferson. Flip it over, check if the steps on Monticello are clean and full, no smudging or weak strikes. Look for signs of doubling, letters or features that appear slightly shadowed or split. If it looks promising, it's time to get it professionally graded. PCGS.com and ngccoin.com are your go-to places to get coins certified. It's worth it if your nickel could be the one in a million. If you think your coin is valuable, don't rush to sell it at your local pawn shop. You want to get the highest value possible. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bauer certified coin dealers in your area, online platforms like eBay, only if it's graded. Coin shows, great place to meet serious buyers and always compare offers. Some dealers will try to underpay you if they think you don't know what you have. Old coins aren't just history. They're hidden treasured, so go check that jar in the kitchen, those boxes in the attic, or the coins you got from Grandpa. That plain-looking 1995 nickel might just be worth more than your car. Maybe even your house. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and comment below if you've got a 1995 P nickel. I'd love to hear your story. And remember, every coin has a story. Maybe yours is worth $1 million. We're diving into a rare and incredibly valuable coin that could just be sitting in your collection, or maybe even in your pocket right now. It's the 1990 P mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, and let me tell you, this seemingly humble nickel could be worth a small fortune. Up to $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.1 million. But before we get too excited, let's break this down and see how it went from a regular coin to one of the most coveted pieces of American numismatic history. First, let's talk about what this coin actually is. The 1990 P mark Monticello Jefferson nickel is part of the series of nickels that were minted to commemorate President Thomas Jefferson and the Monticello building, the iconic home of Jefferson in Virginia. It's the standard 5-cent piece. But the special thing about the 1990 P is a small yet crucial error made during production. Most coins from this year were minted with the traditional P mint mark, the one representing the Philadelphia Mint. But there's a rare version of the coin that has an additional P mark on the reverse side, near the Monticello building. This is what collectors call the double die obverse variety. It's a mistake that occurred during the minting process, creating a double image of the P mint mark on the coin. Now, let me ask you, how could something as small as a double mint mark make a nickel worth a fortune? Here's why it matters. Minting errors, especially ones as unique as this, make a coin incredibly rare. The beauty of rare error coins like the 1990p Mark Monticello is that not many were produced. The mistake happened during the manufacturing process, which means there are only a few of these double-marked nickels out there today. So, how much could you actually get for one of these coins? Well, the value of this particular coin has skyrocketed in recent years. Back in 1990, it was just a regular nickel worth, well, 5 cents. But over time, collectors have realized how rare it is, and its value has steadily climbed. Right now, a 1990p Monticello double-die obverse nickel can fetch a price tag of up to $1.1 million, depending on its condition and the rarity of the error. You may be thinking, wait, I've seen those coins before, I've definitely got one sitting around. So let's talk about how you can tell if you have one. Look closely at your 1990p Monticello nickel. What you're looking for is that double P mint mark. You'll see two distinct P's stamped onto the reverse of the coin, near the Monticello building. One is typically placed over the other, creating a visible overlap. If you're lucky enough to spot this error, hold on to that nickel tight because you might be holding on to a small fortune. Now, don't get too excited just yet. Not every 1990p nickel is worth $1 million. The coin has to be in exceptional condition, ideally graded by a professional like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Coins with higher grades, meaning less wear and tear, are worth much more. A grade of MS 67 or higher will give you the best chance of maximizing its value. If you think you have a 1990p Monticello nickel with the double mint mark error, it's time to take a closer look. Get it professionally graded. And if you've got one that's in near-perfect condition, you may have just found your ticket to big money. But how do you know it's worth selling? And how can you cash in on this rare coin? Finding a reputable coin dealer or auction house that specializes in rare coins is essential. They can help you assess its true market value and guide you through the selling process. You can also list your coin on online platforms like eBay, where rare coin collectors from around the world are always on the lookout for valuable finds. However, when dealing with such a high-value coin, we recommend taking the time to ensure you're working with professionals who understand the market. Remember, this coin might be rare, but there are other valuable coins out there too. If you have old nickels, dimes, quarters, or even pennies, it's always worth checking to see if they have any special features or errors. The coin market is full of surprises, and the next treasure could be right in front of you. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about how to spot valuable coins or how to sell them for top dollar, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on new tips and tricks for cashing in on your old coin collection. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Today, we're talking about a 1988 P. Jefferson nickel that could be worth up to $1.8 million. Yeah, you heard that right. One small coin, a massive payday. Let's dig in. Title on screen: 1988 P. Jefferson nickel. Could you be holding $1.8 million? What is the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel? Let's start with the basics. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of American pockets since 1938. But in 1988, the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of these coins, marked with a little P right above Monticello on the reverse. Close-up of the 1988 P Mint mark on the coin. Most of these nickels are only worth face value. But there's one specific 1988 P nickel that's making headlines, and collectors are scrambling to find it. What makes this coin worth $1.8 million? So, what's so special about this one coin that someone was willing to drop nearly $2 million on it? One word: error. Animation showing coin errors like doubling, misstrikes, off-center designs. The $1.8 million 1988 P. Jefferson nickel reportedly has a rare die error, possibly a misaligned die or double strike, making it one of a kind. It's not just about rarity, it's about uniqueness and condition. And this one, it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded among the highest in existence. How to identify a rare 1988 P nickel? Okay, so you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have this rare nickel? Let's go through a few tips. Step-by-step list appears on screen. Look for the P mint mark above Monticello. Check for unusual markings, doubling, off-center strikes, or smooth edges. Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass to inspect details. Look at the overall condition, coins with no where are most valuable, and most importantly, check with a professional grading service. Why condition and grading matter? A coin's value can skyrocket based on one thing: grade. A perfect, mint state, 70 coin can be worth hundreds of times more than a circulated one. Scale of coin grades from circulated to MS-70. The $1.8 million Jefferson nickel, graded nearly perfect, MS-68 or higher by PCGS, one of the top grading services. Current market value and sales. Now let's talk money. While only one 1988 P Jefferson nickel has sold for $1.8 million, other high-grade 1988 P nickels have fetched hundreds to thousands of dollars at auction. eBay or auction screenshots showing actual sales. And here's the kicker. Many people have no idea what they're holding. Some of these coins are still floating around in old collections, junk drawers, and yes, even your piggy bank. What to do if you think you have 1-inch got a 1988 P nickel? Here's what you do next. Bullet list appears. Don't clean it. Cleaning lowers value. Store it safely, preferably in a coin flip or holder. Contact a professional coin dealer or grader. Look for PCGS or NGC certified. Get a formal appraisal. It's worth it if it's even close to rare. Real stories from viewers. Last month, one of our subscribers found a rare nickel and sold it for $2,300 after watching this channel. If that's not motivation to go through your change, I don't know what is. Viewer comment or testimonial graphic. Are you sitting on a gold mine? So, next time you see a 1988 Jefferson nickel with a little P mint mark, don't toss it aside. It could be a retirement fund in disguise. Go check your change. Look in your drawers. And hey, if you find something, come back and tell us in the comments. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more coin collecting tips. Who knows? Your next coin might be worth a fortune. Today, we're diving into the story of a seemingly ordinary 1987 P Jefferson nickel. A coin that, believe it or not, has been reported to be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right. Let's find out why, and if you might have one too. So first, what exactly is this coin? It's a 1987 P Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia. That's what the P stands for. On the obverse, you'll see Thomas Jefferson's portrait, and on the reverse, the Monticello, his famous home. Now, millions of these were minted, over 375 million to be exact, so why would one be worth more than $1 million? It all comes down to a rare error and some exceptional features that collectors go absolutely crazy for. The specific coin valued at $1.7 million reportedly has a minting error that makes it one of a kind. Here's what experts say about this rare piece. It features a double die reverse, meaning the Monticello building looks doubled or shadowed, especially in the columns, and lettering. It was also struck on the wrong planchet, possibly a silver or foreign planchet instead of the standard nickel-clad. And it's in mint state condition. We're talking a grading of MS-67 or higher. Combine all that with an extremely low survival rate, and you've got a unicorn in the coin world. Now, let's talk grading, because condition is everything. Worn and circulated, it might still be worth 5 to 25 cents. Uncirculated, you're looking at $10, $50. Mint state 65 or higher, you could be in the hundreds or thousands. But if it's a rare error like the $1 million version, you've hit the jackpot. So how do we know one sold for $1.70 million? A well-preserved error coin matching this description reportedly sold through a private auction. Not eBay, not a garage sale. We're talking a major coin show or elite auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. This sale set the coin world on fire. Collectors are now checking their jars and boxes for that perfect 1987 P. Wondering if you might have one? Here's what to do. Grab a magnifier. You'll want at least 10x magnification. Check the mint mark, look for the P under the date. Inspect the Monticello, look for doubling or unusual features. Weigh the coin. An unusual weight could mean a wrong planchet. Compare with online error guides or submit for professional grading. If it looks promising, contact PCGS or NGC for an official evaluation. Don't clean the coin. That could destroy its value. Contact a coin dealer or numismatist. Submit it to be graded. This is your certificate of authenticity. Consider selling through an auction house. not just online marketplaces. You'll get better exposure and prices. Stories like this remind us that incredible treasures could be hiding in plain sight. A 5-cent piece from 1987 might be worth more than a luxury car, or even a house. So take a weekend, grab that coffee can full of coins and start hunting. You never know. The next millionaire nickel could be in your hand right now. If you found this helpful, hit that thumbs up like button, subscribe for more rare coin videos, and drop a comment if you've ever found something valuable in your change. And remember, your pocket change might just change your life. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1985 P. Jefferson nickel, a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth up to $1.5 million. That's right, a single nickel worth more than most cars, houses, even some retirements. Stick around, because I'm going to show you exactly what to look for, why it's so rare, and how you could cash in big. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple in American pocket change since 1938. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. Now, in 1985, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 700 million nickels, all with the P mint mark. So how could one of these be worth over $1 million? The answer lies in errors, rarities, and a bit of mystery. So what makes this particular 1985 P nickel different from the rest? It's believed that a rare die error or striking anomaly led to the creation of a very small number of exceptionally unique coins, perhaps even just one. These error coins can feature things like off-center strikes, double die, obverse full steps on Monticello. That's a huge detail in the coin world, or even a rare planchet error, meaning the coin was struck on the wrong metal. The rumored $1.5 million nickel? It's said to be a full steps variety with a unique error pattern and flawless condition, graded MS68 or higher. That combination is like winning the coin lottery. Alright, let's talk about how you can check if you have this golden, nickel ticket. Look for the year 1985 and the P mint mark just to the right of Jefferson's ponytail. Flip it over. Look at Monticello. Are the steps at the bottom crisp and fully visible? That's called full steps, and it's a key detail collectors and grading companies look for. Condition is king. If the coin looks like it just came out of a mint set, no scratches, shiny surfaces, it could be worth grading. Look for anything odd. Double letters, off-center images, strange edges. These errors can turn a 5-cent coin into a 6-figure treasure. Now, while the $1.5 million estimate is based on speculation and potential private sales, graded 1985 P full steps nickels have sold for over $10,000 at auction. A rare die error in MS67 or MS68 condition. That's where things get crazy. Collectors are constantly looking for that one-of-a-kind example that pushes the market. And some insiders believe that a perfect specimen could command over $1 million in the right collector circle. Found a 1985 P nickel that looks promising? Here's what to do next. Don't clean it. Cleaning can ruin the value instantly. Use a magnifying glass or loupe. Look at the steps and details. Get it graded. Use a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Reach out to a coin dealer or auction house. They can appraise it and connect you with collectors. You might be sitting on a hidden gem. So, have you checked your nickels lately? That little 1985 P. Jefferson might just be your ticket to early retirement. If you found something cool, drop a comment below or share a picture. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more treasure hunting tips and coin collecting secrets. Thanks for watching, and may your next coin flip be worth a fortune. We're talking about the 1981 P. Monticello Jefferson nickel. It looks ordinary, but one rare variation of this coin recently stunned collectors when it fetched $1.1 million in a private sale. Studio microphone, if you or someone in your family has collected coins, this could be the hidden treasure you've been sitting on. Let's break down why this nickel is so valuable, how to spot it, and what it could mean for you. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, featuring the profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the front and his iconic home, Monticello, on the back. Millions were made each year. But in 1981, something unusual happened at the Philadelphia Mint, marked by a small P under the date. At first glance, these coins appear ordinary. but a handful of them had minting errors. Tiny mistakes that make them extremely rare and insanely valuable today. The $1.1 million nickel wasn't just any 1981 coin. It was a unique error coin with these rare characteristics. Full steps on Monticello, sharply defined steps below the dome, meaning an exceptional strike. Misalignment or double die. Some have a visible doubling in the lettering or Jefferson's profile. Pristine condition. This particular nickel was graded as MS67 full steps, near perfection. And most importantly, it was one of a kind. Studio microphone. This coin was likely saved right out of a mint roll and preserved perfectly for over 40 years. It recently sold for $1.1 million to a private collector. If you have a 1981 P. Jefferson nickel, here's what to look for. White heavy checkmark, check for the P mint mark under the date. White heavy checkmark, examine the steps on Monticello. Clear. Full steps add huge value. White heavy checkmark, look for doubling on the words liberty or in God we trust. White heavy checkmark, inspect the coin's surface. No scratches, stains, or wear. You could be in luck. White heavy checkmark, have it professionally graded if it looks special. PCGS or NGC are the best. Studio microphone, even without the $1.1 million jackpot. A high-grade 1981 P nickel with full steps can still sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. Once you find a rare coin, what do? You've got options. Coin shows and auctions. Talk to real experts face-to-face. Online marketplaces, eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections. Professional appraisal. Have your coins graded and authenticated first. Never sell your coin to the first buyer without knowing what it's truly worth, especially if it's in great shape. This is why it pays to go through those jars, those albums, or even inherited boxes of old change. The next $1 million coin could be sitting there, completely unnoticed. And hey, even if you don't find the $1 million one, many Jefferson nickels, especially from the 40s, 50s, and certain error years, can still bring in serious money. Studio microphone, so take your time, grab a magnifier, and start hunting. You never know what you'll find. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on valuable coins, how to sell them, and how to spot hidden treasures. Leave a comment if you have an old coin you think might be valuable. I'd love to hear your story. Today, we're diving into the 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, and why one recently made headlines by selling for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. Yep, that's right. A coin you might have walked past or spent on a soda in the 70s is now changing lives. So what makes the 1964 Jefferson nickel so special? Let's take a quick look at the history. In 1964, the U.S. Mint produced nearly 2.8 billion Jefferson nickels, one of the highest mintages ever. The front features Thomas Jefferson, while the back shows his famous home, Monticello. Most of these coins came out of the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and Philadelphia nickels didn't have a mint mark back then. With so many minted, you'd think they're all pretty much worthless, right? Well, not quite. What separates a regular 5-cent coin from a $1 million rarity? Strike quality, die varieties, and sometimes even minting errors. The most valuable 1964 no-mint mark nickel isn't just any coin. It's what's known as a full steps variety. That means the steps on Monticello are completely visible, a sign of a perfect strike. These are extremely rare from that year. In 2021, a 1964 Jefferson nickel graded MS67 full steps by PCGS sold for over $1.4 million at auction, setting a record. Now you're probably thinking, wait, I've got some old nickels lying around. So here's how you check if yours might be the golden ticket. White heavy checkmark, look for the year 1964 white heavy checkmark. Make sure there's no mint mark under Monticello. White heavy checkmark, check for sharp detail on the building. Especially the steps white heavy checkmark, if it looks sharp, get it graded by a professional like PCGS or NGC. Even if it's not worth $1 million, a good condition 1964 full steps nickel can still bring in hundreds or thousands of dollars. As of 2025, these coins continue to rise in value. The coin collecting world is booming with more people investing in tangible assets. A mid-grade full steps 1964 nickel can go for $300 to $2,000. And if it's in mint state with flawless details, you're talking tens of thousands. up to that 7-figure jackpot. Here's what to do if you think you've got one. Don't clean the coin. That can drop the value drastically. Use a trusted grading service. PCGS or NGC are industry leaders. List or sell through reputable channels, like heritage auctions, great collections, or trusted dealers. Knowledge is power, and sometimes profit. So the next time you're digging through that jar of old coins, remember, one small nickel could be your big payday. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've got a 1964 Jefferson nickel you want to ask about. And don't forget to check out our next video on the top 5 most valuable pennies you might have in your house right now. Today, we're talking about a very special coin, the 2008 D. Jefferson nickel featuring Monticello. And believe it or not, one of these nickels was recently valued at a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. If you're someone over 30, maybe you've got some old coins stashed away, in a drawer, a coffee can, or maybe in Grandpa's old collection. You're going to want to check them, because this nickel might just change your life. High-quality close-up of the 2008 D. Jefferson nickel. Let's take a closer look. The coin we're talking about is the 2008 Jefferson nickel minted in Denver, which you'll see marked with a small D right under the year. On the front, or obverse, is the profile of President Thomas Jefferson. And on the back, the reverse, is his iconic home, Monticello. This design has been around in various forms since 1938. But in 2008, something unique happened. What makes this coin worth $1.8 million? Most 2008 D nickels are only worth face value, just 5 cents. But there's a rare version out there that collectors are fighting over. Some of these coins were struck with a rare die error, double striking, misaligned dies, or even a rotated die. These errors make the coin ultra-rare. Coins graded as MS-70 by professionals like PCGS or NGC can fetch insane prices. Combine that with a rare error and boom, $1 million value. Only 1 or 2 examples have ever surfaced with these characteristics, driving up the demand like crazy. In recent years, coin collectors and investors have paid big bucks at auctions for similar nickels. One was reportedly sold for up to $1.8 million due to its exceptional rarity and condition. How to check if you've got the $1.8 million nickel? Check the year and mint mark. Make sure it's 2008 and has a D mint mark underneath. Look for errors, use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling, unusual rim, off-center strike, or a rotated reverse. Check the condition. Uncirculated coins with no scratches or wear are your best bet. The shinier and more flawless, the better. Get it graded. Send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it and give you a professional grade, which can massively affect its value. Found a 2008 D nickel that looks promising? Here's what to do next. Don't clean the coin. Never try to polish it. That ruins the value instantly. Get it graded. Send it to a coin grading service. You'll need this before selling to serious collectors. Sell smart. Consider selling through a major auction house like Heritage Auctions, Stacksbowers, or Great Collections. They work with high-end buyers. Consult experts. You can also visit a local coin dealer or reach out to online coin forums to get second opinions. Moneybag, got a rare coin? Subscribe for more hidden treasure tips. Alright folks, now it's your turn. Go check those old jars, dressers, and inherited collections. You might be holding $1 million nickel and not even know it. Fire, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you found anything interesting. And let us know, what's the most valuable coin you own? Thanks for watching, and remember, the next time you get change back, take a second look. It might just make you rich.